Do you want to build a better world? Here's a future-proof solution. Passive House is a building standard that achieves very high energy efficiency, high performance, comfort, and health benefits at an affordable price. Passive House design principles can be applied to any type of building. Benefits of a passive house: thermal comfort year-round with minimal heating or cooling costs. Here's how to keep the basement floor warm without carpet, which stores dust and other allergens, or in-floor heating, which is expensive to install and has ongoing costs.
So we still have dirt here, but what's going to go on top of the dirt?
Well, first, Shane, we're going to put a level of crushed rock on top of this undisturbed soil. And then on top of that, we'll put another 12 inches of type 2 EPS foam, rigid. And then that's sealed with a vapor air barrier that's tied back to the walls. And then we will pour our 4-inch basement slab as a basement finish.
And that gives some thermal mass to the interior, but also it keeps your floor warm because now you've got insulation underneath your concrete, which is not the typical situation when you're pouring a basement currently.
That's correct. Most people will be pouring right on a gravel base. But in this case, the foam is going to, again, protect that concrete slab from getting cold with the amount of insulation that's in there.
So the floor stays comfortable without an ongoing cost, but how is the footing different to prevent heat loss around the perimeter? Let's explore a typical situation.
So what's the difference between this and a typical basement pour?
Shane, the difference is we're pouring a slurry footing, which replaces your typical compacted road base for the footings to sit on. It's a level surface, so when we apply the EPS 40 psi foam onto it, we have a nice level surface. Then we pour a typical footing, concrete footing, on top of this. We've created a thermal bridge-free structure here. So we've got about R56 of insulation below your typical footing, normally which would be sitting right on undisturbed soil or that road base.
So that's basically the equivalent of wearing boots.
It would be the equivalent of wearing winter boots, yes. Protects the foot of the foundation.
You wouldn't ice fish without boots, but most basements in Canada don't have boots. If you were going to be in Canada for 100 years or hopefully more, wouldn't you want to wear boots and ski pants? Let's take a look at the exterior of the basement.
Now we're on the outside of the foundation. Can you explain what's going on here?
Well, what you see, first of all, is the waterproof membrane that we apply over the EPS rigid foam on the outside. This keeps the foundation dry. Down here, the footing, the concrete footing that you saw on the inside is completely wrapped with EPS foam. So we've got at minimum 1 foot of EPS foam wrapping that whole concrete footing. So there's no thermal bridging at all in that footing.
And that'll keep your basement warm.
It keeps the basement warm, keeps all the materials inside the basement dry. It's a really good way to build a foundation.
Concrete absorbs water like a sponge. Wrapping a basement wall in foam and a waterproof membrane protects the concrete, keeps your basement warm, saves energy, saves interior space, and costs very little when building new. You can educate your customers and earn money by promoting building a better world. Click above to learn how. You know, we've been making these videos to show people that there's ultimately different ways that we can protect the world and make it better for people. And there's lots of projects happening out there that can show people what to do. So please subscribe to this channel because ultimately we need to protect nature. And even if you're not concerned about protecting nature, you should be concerned about protecting this. It's our future. Thanks for watching.
Please protect nature because this is our future. Thanks for watching.